Hello, everyone. My name is Jivia, and my learning strategy was changing location and study time. So, changing location and study time, pretty much the basis of this strategy is how different locations and times can affect estimated time versus actual time when completing an assignment or just having study time. So it is important to choose the right time and location during study time, which can really affect our quality of work and how we work. So some good locations to study are libraries. For example, at school, we have the Orbach and the Rare Library, or any library which are commonly very quiet. A quiet room at home, the undergraduate education lounge, a quiet cafe, or an outdoor spot. For example, there's the building between at Sproul Hall, and there's a couple tables, and it's pretty much always quiet there. Rarely anyone tends to go there as well. A couple of bad locations are the Coffee Bean. From experience, it's always super busy there. Students are coming in and out, and the baristas are always yelling out names. When I try to stay there, it's just really hard because there's a lot of distractions and the noise level tends to be on the higher side. Places to also avoid are loud public spaces just because there's so many distractions, as well as being in loud homes. Your bed would also be a really bad spot to study or do assignments because we tend to want to take naps or even just fall asleep. So study times, the best times to study would consist of the morning to late afternoon, which is from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. around dinner time. The time to not study would probably be around evening to late at night, just because there's so many distractions and we tend to be tired later in the day just from the day that we've had. It could have been a long day and pretty stressful. So, it could really affect us later in the night to complete our work and really give our best. So according to Lee, those students who had more success in their academics were those who studied between the time that they woke up and dinner time. So studying and completing work became more effective at an earlier time because during the night, as mentioned, there are more distractions, which makes our quality of work not as good and doesn't help us work as effective. So when I applied this learning strategy, I was able to see that I worked faster, I worked more efficient because I was motivated as I saw other students also doing their work when I studied at a quieter location and an earlier time. I also seemed to grasp the information I was learning better, and I also had no distractions compared to the time that I was studying at a later time and a louder location, for example, like the Coffee Bean. So here I had more distractions. I tended to work slower just because I was distracted quite a bit. It was also harder to retain information just from all the distractions that were going around. I would only look at the screen for a bit and then look somewhere else. And just my quality of work just wasn't the best. So the assessment of the learning strategy, as we can see here, the week before I applied the learning strategy, my assignments did take a bit longer than after I had applied the learning strategy. For example, my biology lab presentation started at 4 hours, and then after I applied the strategy, it only took me 2.5. So the evaluation from this learning strategy is that I should stop studying in my room just because I don't have a desk. And so I tend to lay on my bed, and after a bit, I lay on my stomach and work like that, which is not the best. So then I get distracted and I get bored and I just start scrolling on my phone. And something I could do is start studying in quiet places, but move to ones that are definitely less distracting, like the library or just maybe even my front yard, because my neighborhood is quite quiet. And for students that want to choose the best places to study as a group and the best times would probably be at the library, the student success center, and an outside quiet area. Here's my works cited, and that's it for my presentation.